Salutations, people who watch things on the internet. I am back with another video review of Doctor Who. Haha. Yes, I've been promising this for a while. Go subscribe so you never miss any more of these videos, the Doctor Who review videos, or anything else we did. Went on a taco crawl a little while ago. We'll put that up there. And then the last Doctor Who review I did, we'll put down there. It was quite some time ago. It's been a while, like 2 months. And now, and I thought about doing it like right after the last episode came out, but then I stopped. I was waiting, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait until right before the second half of the season starts, which is tomorrow, because today is Friday, August 26th, and tomorrow, August 27th, the new episode Let's Kill Hitler comes out. But we're gonna talk about A Good Man Goes to War, and I just watched it again for a second time last night just to refresh everything in my head. I went over and listened to Timey Wimey again for my friends Rudy and Liz, and to hear what they had to say so that I could talk about my thoughts about A Good Man Goes to War leading into the next 7 episodes of Season 6 of Doctor Who. So I'm not even going to bore you with the plot details and whatnot. You should have, if you've been following these, you've watched it, you know about it. I was at Comic-Con and I missed the Doctor Who panel. I didn't go to it. I was this close to meeting Matt Smith and Karen Gilliam. They were walking literally out and into an elevator as I was coming up and out of the elevator, and I was like, please let me take a picture with Matt, and they're like the security guard's like, no, and I was like, ugh. In retrospect, I should have just gotten onto the elevator and taken a picture with them. But it was cool at least to see them in real life and know they're real people and not just a figment of my imagination. But Good Man Goes to War, upon a second viewing, it went really fast. Like, it didn't seem... Man, I like this view. Sitting on this roof on a sunny day in Los Angeles. It's amazing. The episode went by really fast in a lot of sense, and I think some of that because not a lot happened. Yes, a lot of things came to light, but it was such almost a self-contained episode. Like, they're on this ship for the entire episode, and everything takes place on Demon's Run. And we could spend a lot of time talking about the Doctor and his whole not understanding how this was a pivotal moment in time, and how River really, couldn't be there because, spoiler alert, she's Amy's and Rory's baby, which still isn't technically 100% confirmed, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, what I really want to say is that it was an interesting setup piece. A Good Man Goes to War, which turns out not to be the important part about the story anyways, some more misdirection, blah, blah, blah. It's a good setup piece for what's going to happen way down the line. I think we're going to kind of come back to this this episode kind of towards the end of the second half is my guess, because the first episode, Let's Kill Hitler, seems very, very self-contained, and I think they're just going to continue this whole, we're going to tell you little bits and pieces of the story and keep dragging you along, and Eye Patch Lady's going to show up here and there, and we're not really going to explain anything because we don't really care anymore, blah, 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 Stephen Moffat. So I'm interested and excited now again, because during the last couple months, my interest is kind of going, because I was sitting around waiting, which I think, in retrospect, I'm like, BBC, you're dumb. You should have just aired it all and, given it to us. To make us wait 2.5 months for a new one is just kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. And then with the U.S. Labor Day being next weekend anyways, are they going to screw us again and set us off a week from the UK schedule, which I haven't even heard about yet, so, whatever. And the important things are, there was a little mini prequel episode to Let's Kill Hitler that released online a couple weeks ago, and I saw it, and it's very interesting because it's very one-sided. You hear Amy calling into the TARDIS and essentially leaving a voice message for the Doctor, and for the longest time you assume that the Doctor's not there, but it's revealed he's listening the entire time and pretty much snubs her. And Rudy Liz talked a lot about the fact that in Good Man Goes to War, Doctor's just lying straight up to Amy and Rory, and very interesting that now in this other little prequel piece, we see him completely ignoring Amy's, I don't know if it was a cry for help, but at least a call to him to find out where he was. So that's very interesting that we're going to see this different side of the Doctor as it progresses, and ultimately, hopefully, we'll come back around to what happens with the Doctor dying and the astronaut girl and River now being essentially on top of her own timeline, but technically hasn't been in the same place at the same time, unless she really is in the spacesuit, that when she shoots him, then she says, oh, no wonder, because the bullets missed. So we could be dealing with a whole lot of space-time continuum issues throughout this season. But I'm still going to hold on to the fact that I think everything's going to reset back to the very beginning and the crack in the wall, and the resetting the universe is going to go away, and somehow we're in an alternate universe since the resetting of the universe, which doesn't really technically affect the beginning of the universe or the other universe. If you followed all that, good for you, because I barely did myself. So it's really interesting to see what's now going to happen, and knowing that if River Song really is River Song, then follow that one. That she is part Time Lord, but then Doctor and River hook up, so they're two Time Lords hooking up. Very, very interesting things going into this season. So I'm really interested to see what happens in Hitler Goes to War, and whether that, or Let's Kill Hitler. I mushed up two titles together. Let's Go Kill Hitler. What actually happens? The Cybermen are coming back later this season. Well, the one interesting thing to take note of once the Doctor kind of compiles his army that he goes for revenge is who doesn't die. And the one very, very interesting thing is that the space pirate guy shows up with his son after they block Eye Patch Lady from getting on her ship. But then we don't see them at all, and they're not even referenced the rest of the episode. So clearly, Doctor is hooked up with them to bring them on this little mission, and then they go away. So I'm wondering if that's how they explain Rory, Amy, and River getting off of Demon's Run to go somewhere else, is taking her ship at this point, since the Doctor vanishes in the TARDIS to go who knows where. So, yeah, I'm at least excited for tomorrow night to get back on the Doctor bandwagon and to shoot these reviews again. And the whole speculation thing at this point is just, it's almost dumb. It's a stupid exercise in being ridiculous and thinking how ridiculous can Stephen Moffat be in terms of dealing with time travel these days. Really, I think that's all I have to talk about. I liked the episode the first time because I didn't know what was going on, and then when I watched it again the second time, I was like, I already knew everything that was going to go on, so I was just like, and I don't feel like I gained anything much more from watching the second time. It's not like I was picking out little things that I had missed the first time. It's all there, other than, you know, just hoping that there's some more misdirection that we were missing. Because the silence wasn't mentioned, the blue postcards aren't mentioned, Doctor dying's not mentioned. Oh, there was one thing, I think Timey Wimey posted like a recap video or a coming up on Doctor Who, and there was an interesting screenshot about, oh gosh, I think it was, damn it, now I can't remember, there was a name that scrolled in text as like the Doctor was looking at this monitor about a specific place, and I had wondered if that name of that place was going to factor into something later. I think it was something having to do like with what valley they were in Utah, kind of where the lake is, and how that might play into something kind of spoilery later. But it was just all speculation, and I can't remember where I saw it at this point. So I'll be back more than likely Sunday night to bring you a review of Let's Kill Hitler. I think there's an outside chance that I may I think Rudy had mentioned possibly coming out to do some timey-wimey with them. But if you guys see this, I'd love to come out and watch and do some timey-wimey with you guys. And until next time, we're going to catch some more Doctor Who. Please go subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Wow, I'm talking really fast and ridiculous. So I'll see you guys later. Adios.